Sparring or spa? Which one was that?
No, that was spa.
Listen, you made a big decision to come out here and spend a lot of time in Vegas. Give us an idea, man. How has it affected your preparation for this fight?
I think I've just, with me being around my team 24 hours a day, that's what it's practically been like, and everything's in one, you know, at the UFC Center. So like, as I get older, as I have more fights, you know, I find recovery is a big part of fighting. I feel like we need to put in as much time as with the recovery as we do with training. So basically that was one of the big decisions. I wanted to be like, I train really hard, you see, so I wanted to train hard and then go down and recover my body with cryo, massages, ice baths, sauna, steam. So right now, you know, if it was in Liverpool, I'd finish training and I'd go off doing other things, you know. Now it's just 24 hours. I'm starting to get sick of it, to be totally honest with you. It's 24 hours. The fight can't come quick enough. It's like, I don't like saying stuff like this, but it's been 24 hours non-stop thinking about fighting. There hasn't been any other, you know, nothing else. I haven't gone to strip. I went to strip once. I haven't been going out. I've just been dedicating everything to this fight.
Well, I wonder, because I mean, obviously it makes all the sense in the world to take advantage of this technology and everything that's available to you, but you also know what got you to the dance, right? You know what I'm saying? So was there any like concern on your part to change up routine and change up how you got here?
Well, no, this is the thing. A lot of guys, you know, as you said, I think sometimes they forget what got them to a certain position. That's why I've brought my coach and my team out, because it's sort of like, it's like Team Carbon back there now, you know. We have our set times where it's just us training up here, you know, it's the same routine as back home, just, you know, better facilities. The octagon's a lot bigger. We've got a ring, we've got bags, we've got a huge mat. We can manipulate the heat. It's better, it is better, but, you know, my humble opinion is if you're a fighter, you're fighting for titles, you're a high level fighter. You see a lot of these guys switching up camps, switching up trainers. I haven't switched up anything since I've started in this game. There's actually more people, you know, we had two of the best jiu-jitsu players just coming along just to train with us. So there's been more, you know, people coming to the team. It hasn't just been Team Carbon, it's been a few guys in there. Can we come and train? Yeah, of course. Come along, come and show us some stuff.
I'm sure everybody here wants to know where the weight is right now and how that would compare to normal. What's the weight at right now?
That's the only. It's shit. It's shit. It's fucking. I hate cutting weight. I hate making weight. I hate dieting. I'm gonna make this weight, so I can't wait to do that when I step on them scales. You know, I'm in that moment now where I just, you know, I don't want to train anymore. I don't want to eat good anymore. I just wish I had a hamburger in front of me, but you know, it's all sacrifices, and I made a mistake last time, and you know, I just can't wait to say fuck you to everyone who just keeps babbling on about weight and he didn't make weight. Fuck Till, fuck them.
Darren, you've said a couple times now about important to stay with one camp and all that. And you know, fighter, I think a TJ Dillashaw guy that moved around and it really benefited him. In your opinion, why is it important? Why does it work for you to stay at one place?
I just believe, you believe in your coaches as they believe in you. You know, it's like, I just believe in my team. I believe in what they bring, and they believe in what I bring, and I believe in my coach. Yeah, you know, it's a big part. You know, if you're fighting for a guy, let's say for example Tyron Woodley or Stephen Thompson or someone else, you have to bring guys in to fit their style. But I'm not the type of guy to like go looking at, you know, for that style here or there. You know, it's all in Team Carbon. You know, if we can't get it to Team Carbon, when we'll just have to work something out, a solution out. It's not. It definitely did benefit guys like TJ, but I believe in my team. I believe in my coach. I believe in myself, and it works. You know, loyalty.
Is there a level of trust that you have to have in a coach, like where now you know you trust your coaches because you've been with them for a while and maybe new ones you may not trust the same way?
Yeah, to be honest, whatever my coach says goes, you know. Lately I've been in a bad mood and he's been saying stuff, and he knows he's getting on my nerves, and you know, he knows the drill. I'm low on food, I'm just moody, I'm training hard, but whatever he says, I don't answer back, I keep my mouth closed, and I do everything he says. I never question what he tells me to do. Inside the octagon, inside the training, and outside, so it's not just like inside the gym, it's like outside. So even sometimes there's things that he says to me and I don't want to do or I don't agree with, I just get on and do it because I know it's all beneficial for myself.
So Darren, like reading your body language today, you looked absolutely miserable out there, okay?
Yeah.
I mean, is that typical of you a week out, or did we see you at a low moment today?
No,
what was
it's
it?
Just, I'm just, this camp, like, as much as it's been short, it's been tough on me, like, so, I think just like these next few days, I'm just in a bit of, I'm in a bit of a mood. I don't want to see it, because as I said, back home, you know, I get to the gym, I do my work, what needs to be done, and I leave the gym, and I don't see anyone until, you know, later in the night. Now it's sort of a bit like, I feel like the cameras are always on me, you know, I feel like there's people always just nagging me here, there, and everywhere, and it is part and parcel, but, you know, you're just catching me on, you know, if someone brought me a McDonald's now, I'd cheer right up. But it's what it is. I have me few moody days. I'm not a moody person. You know, I've just woke up in one of them moods. I'm tired, you know, I just want the fight to be here. I've done all my work, I'm ready for 5 rounds, I'm ready for 1 round, I'm fit. You know, I've really put all my effort into training, into diet, and into being the best me. So I'm just having me few off days, you know. It's not, and I don't snap at anyone, and I just keep me mouth shut. I get on with my work, and yeah, I had a moody day today, so you see me at, not a low, but I was being moody. I was trying to kill everyone.
Let me ask you the whole thing about Usman as a backup. I know he's supposed to be a backup for both you guys, but I think the underlying feeling is he's a backup for you missing weight.
Yeah.
I mean, what's your thoughts on that? Do you say, hey, props to UFC, or do you take that as some disrespect?
To be honest, right, I don't really care. I feel like I'm the only fighter who's ever missed weight in the UFC, to be totally honest. I feel like anyone who when we talk about weight now, it's Darren Till, you know, because I missed weight. People need to just get off it. If Usman's there and ready, and by some chance I miss weight and Tyron accepts, Tyron says he wasn't going to fight him, I seen. But it is what it is. They got the back up. Usman, they've told him, he's doing what they've told. So I'm just not asked. I'm just focused on Friday making 170, and then Saturday I'm going in and absolutely fucking destroying Tyron Woodley. That's all I'm focusing on right now. I'm not focusing on what she says or what he says online or what Usman says or what fucking Billy Joe says at the top, whatever. I don't really care. That and I don't care too, innit?
Now, Tyron Woodley recently said even if you miss weight, he doesn't want to fight Usman. He still wants to fight you.
Yeah, he's training. We all have different mentalities on this. You know, if I was in Tyron's shoes and Tyron, you know, missed weight, I'd fight Usman. You know, to me, when you say you're the best and you believe you're the best, you can fight anyone. You can fight anyone. So that, to me, I'd fight him. But I can understand where Tyron's coming from. He's training for a 6'2" guy, big, you know, should we say middleweight, strong power. You know, good defence, you know, puts pressure on, then his whole game can just get changed up for a guy who's sort of similar in himself, like same sort of size, wrestling background, both carry power. So I can understand where Tyron's coming from. You know, he's being a, shall we say, a safe champion, but I can definitely understand his reasons behind it.
When you say the weight cut isn't going good, is it just because it's miserable, or are you off?
I just fucking hate it. I just fucking hate it. I hate it. I could be 3 kilos from right now, and yeah, I just hate it.
But you're on point.
I'm good. I'm okay. I'm. This is probably the leanest I've ever been. 2 weeks out. You know, usually I'm still carrying like 2 weeks out. I carry baby fat. You know. Right now I'm lean. I've got, you know, more muscle than my last fight. I've probably got around the same muscle as the fight before was Cerrone, and that weight cut was just that was a piece of piss. So let's hope it's the same. But I just hate cutting weight. Only a few more fights at welterweight, and then that's me done.
So if you take the belt,
I will fucking take that belt. Let me tell you about that.
Do you plan on unifying that belt with the middleweight belt?
I don't want. I've said I want to go to middleweight, but I see a lot of guys now that they're chasing that money fight, they're winning titles and then they're calling the higher or the lower category, or they're calling that super fight. I want to, you know, when I take that belt, I want to defend the belt, and then I want to go to middleweight. But that doesn't mean I want to go to middleweight and challenge the champion. I would like to, you know, earn my stripes in that division too. I feel like there's a lot of good guys in that division. You know, there's one guy who would like to fight Yoel Romero. I'm glad he's gone off. He's a fucking beast. But I'd like to. I believe in life, no matter what you do, you have to earn your stripes. If I did go to middleweight in the UFC again, you know, offer me my title, I'm not going to say no. But you know, I'm saying I'd love to earn my stripes. You know, I'd love to fight the top 5, the top 10. So for me, going to middleweight, I'm not focusing on the belt because, as I say, I know I'm the best. I know I will win that belt as well.
It's interesting because after Liverpool, you said, I'm not interested in the welterweight belt. I want to beat everybody, right? So I wonder, do you think it's maybe that attitude that helped you get it, instead of asking and challenging? You're like, dude, I'll take whoever, whenever. They got you this spot?
Yeah, it could be the UFC. Listen, what you see is what you get with me. It's 100%. You don't get no scripted shit. You get what. Sometimes I might say controversial stuff, but it's all Darren Till, and that's the truth. I just want to beat everyone, everyone in all divisions. To sit back when I've finished and say, I was the fucking best. I was the greatest. I beat everyone they put in front of me. I'm not scared of anyone. I don't care whether you're a wrestler, you're a jiu-jitsu fighter, you're a stand-up fighter. I want to put myself against you, and I want to see who's better. And if you're the guy who is going to beat me, I'll take that loss like a man, and I'll go back and, you know, I'll work on myself. That's how I look at fighting. I don't look at fighting as getting in, making money, fighting this guy, that guy. Fuck that. I'm not here for that.
The face-off with Tyron, I mean, we all knew you'd tower over him, but when you got there, did it surprise even you how much bigger you were?
A little bit. I think, as I've said a few times now, I just made myself look big, you know. I puffed my chest out, I put my arms in the air, you know. It was sort of that stance that made me look bigger. But yeah, I was on that day significantly, you know, significantly bigger than Tyron. I just think with Tyron's top off, he is a big guy though. He's, you know, his chest is buff, his big arms, his huge legs. So in the octagon, there will be a slight difference, but not massively, because he's a big dude. So
lay out the perfect scenario. You're saying 185 is on the horizon. Lay out the future for Darren Till. You win this belt, you defend once, or how many times? Is there a name? And then you go, well, give me, what's the perfect scenario for Darren Till?
Everyone, I just want to win this belt. And then, you know, I want to defend it. I just want to be able to say I've defended it, you know. So you could be looking at 2-3 fights at welterweight, and then, you know, that's me done. I'm 25 now. I'm not putting my body through this, you know, for much longer. I'm not saying that, you know, I'm here today. I'm great. I've got my chef with me, Owen. He's fucking doing a perfect job. I feel good. I just want to be able to eat some white rice. I'm just fucking hungry. That's what it is. I'm starting to, as I get older, I'm starting to see that it's just not necessary. You know, it's a lot of weight to cut, and I don't need to do it. You know, and I started at welterweight. I'm going to finish at welterweight, and my ultimate goal is to be the welterweight champion. In 2 weeks, I can be making that goal a reality, and then after that, I want to defend, and then it's probably me going to middleweight. So that's how I see my future playing out.
Darren, I wonder, you know, as a young guy, boxing is really big in the UK. When you were looking to get into combat sports, what was it that led you to MMA as opposed to boxing, given how big boxing still remains in the UK at this point?
Just in Liverpool, I felt that there was just need for something like what's happening now. Like we have today, and we have had many great world champions in boxing, many great fighters. I always want to be different. I always want to be that special guy, and we never ever had like a UFC champion from Liverpool. We never had that UFC, shall I say, you know, I don't like to consider this, but superstar. And you know, now in Liverpool, I can see everyone really coming together. I can see there's billboards all over the gaff. People are coming in the thousands. So, you know, it's like the weight of Liverpool is resting on my shoulders, as many other guys, but I just want to be different. In anything I do, I always want to be that different guy from the crowd.
Like when Bisping came up, I mean, it was kind of a similar thing. He fought in Manchester and had those big things. Is that kind of like? Did you look at him and see any way that hey, you took something from him what he did?
No, Bisping was on his own path. He was, you could definitely compare the two, but he was on his own path. He was doing what he was doing, and he came up to America. I just got into MMA, and as soon as I started training, and that was it. I was besotted with the sport. I just wanted to be the best. I said to everyone in the gym when I was younger, I said, I'm going to be better than everyone in here. I'm going to be better than everyone in the world. And some may not have believed it, some may have. But that's just the mentality I had. I didn't ever look to anyone for inspiration, or there was people who would do great things and you would admire them, but never. I don't want to ever be inspired by someone else. I want myself. I want to inspire myself.
And lastly, when you're in the gym, like you said, I want to be the best in the world. Was there a moment when you said, "Hey, I'm on the right path," where you beat somebody in the gym, or maybe in a specific fight, where you said to yourself, "Now I know that my dreams can come true"?
Not really. I remember starting at the time when I started Team Carbon. There was like 7 present UFC fighters. Terry Etten, there was Paul Kelly, Paul Sass. There was so many. And on a daily basis, I remember they used to they'd submit me, they'd beat me up, they'd take me down. And I just used to think, one day I'm going to get every single one of yous back. I'm going to destroy all yous. I'm going to be the king of the gym. I'm going to be the king of England. I'm going to be the king of the world. I never ever thought I'm going to be on the right path. I just knew. Every day, just keep taking them punishments, keep getting beat up, keep getting, setbacks here, there, everywhere. Just keep moving forward, as this famous quote from the Rocky film. And that's all I'm going to keep doing, There's losses are going to come. There's not all positivity, there's negativity. Negative things happen. You've just got to keep going, and that's what I'm going to keep doing until I reach where I want to get.
Let me just follow up on that, because confidence is such a huge thing at the highest level of sports, right? And so sometimes when people fail, maybe they question themselves, am I good enough? You obviously, when you had failure, you used it to fuel you to get better. Did somebody help you with that, or was that just a natural thing that you had?
It's just natural. I refused to be second best. I refused to be second to any man on the earth in what I'm doing. And I've never had a plan B, I've never had a plan C. It's always been plan A, to be the best at what I'm doing, and I'm mad as MMA. And it's just, I can't really explain where it comes from. Just in my own mind, I don't know what goes on up there. I just believe totally that I am better than anyone at this. I just believe it. It's not fake or thingy belief. It's 100% what I believe in. And if that's what I believe, that's what I believe.
Jared, is there anything Tyron does that's better than you've seen before? Is there like a skill or technique or something about his game that you haven't faced before that you look at and go, that's pretty impressive, that's good?
Yeah, every fighter I fight, if I talk shit or whatever, that's just talking shit. But respect as a fighter, I respect everyone. They've all got something special, otherwise they wouldn't be fighting in the highest level now. I just think everyone talks about Tyron being a power puncher, a strong wrestler, a physically strong guy. People forget the fact he's really intelligent. He's a very intelligent guy. He knows how to break fighters down. Like right now, I can guarantee he's watching his coaches how to break me down, how to beat me. That's his skill. That's his best attribute. I'm sort of the same, but in a different way. I'm not strategizing. I will strategize on the night. Let my coach do all that. I will figure Tyron out inside that octagon, and I will beat him, and he will not have seen some, shall we say, a young kid like me. But that's Tyron's best attribute. He's a very intelligent man.
Darren, what's your most underrated attribute? I mean, everybody talks about your size and your strength, but what is the part of the game that a lot of people may overlook?
I've got many flaws. I feel like after this fight, I want to really work on the art swab. Like, I want to really work on jiu-jitsu. It's not that it's a bad thing in my game. Like, I'm good off my back, and I can get back to my feet. I've got a few sweeps, a few submissions, but that is something. I look at some guys. We had Andre Galvao in last week, and I just look at how they move and how they are on the ground, and it inspires me a little bit, like to be like them. I look and I think, I I need to work on that. So I'd say like my biggest flaw is probably, you know, jiu-jitsu. Not that I'm bad at it, but I want to be, you know, as much as I know I'm a good striker, I want to be the same with jiu-jitsu. So I'd say that's my biggest thing to work on.
Anything else? Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Darren.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Sorry for being a moody.
We get a shot of those shoes. Those are.